like how you said, there's millions of girls, but it's just like you already like saying.
Yeah. It's really weird to me, bro. It's
So,
this whole big universe, and there's probably only one girl in this whole universe that's perfect for you. Perfect personality, perfect looks, everything, aura, energy, everything that you want. But then at the same time, there's millions and billions of women here, and it gets you thinking like, is there really only just one for you? Because we here for a purpose. People say like, oh, you're not supposed to be here just populating and doing stuff with people. At the same time, though, it's like if we're building our army, our future generations, right?
yeah,
Obviously, one person is good. Like, yes, you want to do it with one person, but at the same time, there's millions out here. So like, it gets you questioning sometimes. Like, are we really supposed to just have one partner? Like, or is it supposed to be like for this certain time frame and then the next time frame? Like, I really think about that sometimes. But me personally, I would want just one
I know,
partner, like one
bro.
person to
Yeah, I
do it
feel
with.
you, bro. I love that you bring that up because I'm always going back and forth for myself, like just on my thoughts about that, bro. Because sometimes I be feeling like how you just said, there's only one person for you, but sometimes even that one person may do or say things that you don't like. Like we're gonna be honest, and it's like when it comes to love and actually loving somebody, you have to get through. You have to deal with certain things. Not everything's gonna be peachy and creamy, like and sweet. It's just not gonna be that. So that's what you gotta. You have to get over that, and that's something that's hard for me to do. It's hard for me to get over things that I don't like, and a lot of people can't do that. So that's why their relationships don't work. But like how you said, yeah, there's somebody out there that y'all can really build each other and be able to deal with each other's flaws because everybody has flaws and everybody has negative emotions attached to them, a negative trauma attached to them, whether it's weighted this heavily or it's weighted this heavily low. It's super tough. And that's why sometimes, like, bro, I'm 22. You feel me? You 22. It's like you can find that at 22 or you can find it at 30. But a lot of times people want to rush and find that at 18 or even rush and find it at everyone has a different clock when it comes to love, I feel like. But people see they have love. Oh, I want that. It doesn't work like that. A lot of times people rushing and shit. I'm big on not rushing into nothing. Also, me is like, I ain't gonna lie. She looks good. She looks good too. So it's like, all right, I have to get over that too. Not that like I'm gonna just be fiending forever, but I'm not gonna lie and be like, I look at people who stay single. I'm not looking at them in a way because I get it. Now maybe when you're 30, all right, it may get to a point, late 20s, it may get to a point. Then you want something, yeah. How you gonna go about it is really it. But
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you on the tip that there's somebody out there for everybody.
hmm
It's tough. You're gonna have to get over some things for sure, but
I feel like honestly, like your person for you, there's going to be things that happen, like you said, like y'all might just have one or two, not arguments, but like a deep conversation about shit to get your mind like glowing. Like
yeah.
might be
What's
something she
up?
don't like, something you don't like, but y'all still at the end of the day, that's your person for you. Y'all gonna come together and like come to a conclusion or like just drop it. It's not that deep, but I feel
Fact.
like love that's required in love. Like it requires you
Yeah.
to have those uncomfortable conversations, uncomfortable moments in order to build. And a lot of people, when it gets to that situation with their partner, they fold because it's uncomfortable. Like we said, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like they're not mentally strong enough to handle that because of stuff they went through in their past partners or went through their childhood, their parents. And that's why you said like people trying to rush like 18, 16, 15 to find love that they see within somebody else or in a movie or some shit that's not even real.
Dumbass shit, yeah.
They don't work on themselves first or they don't put in the time to get to know themselves first, and it becomes difficult. And then the love that they looking for, they not gonna say they're not gonna find it, but it's gonna be a little harder to find because they thinking that it's just all peaches and creams when it's not. No,
It's
but
gonna be tough.
love is such a beautiful thing, and it has no time limit. It has no age where you can be in love. Like you can be in love with somebody at 5. You went to elementary school with them and build up all the time. And then y'all get to 20, 23, 25, and then y'all want to settle down, marry each other. Like it's no telling.
That could happen too.
You know,
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
or like 40, you can get married at 45 settle down at 50, 60. Like there is no age limit for love. But me personally, I think about to get married and everything. 25, like just saying
Ain't
like
nothing wrong with
25
that.
through like 25 through 30 to get married to somebody. I mean, it don't take that long to get to know somebody, get to know them, know everything about them. But at the same time, there might be some things that you gotta learn. Like you gotta learn how they living, how they take care of themselves. Like just living in the same houses in the same environment, it's gonna be different than versus on the phone or living in separate houses. You never know. But honestly, I
100%.
don't. That's the stuff I think about, bro, when it comes to love. Um, yeah.
When you said that 25 to 30, I feel that it's like me personally, bro. It's like how you mentioned a little bit talking about how you can't like let something else that negatively affect you impact you moving forward. And a lot of people do that. And me personally, I feel like I did. I'm early 20s, but I definitely, just personally speaking, like I let the shit affect me to the point where I didn't let, or I'm not letting girls get me in a vulnerable spot to the point where they know like my weaknesses and shit like that. And it's gonna be hard for me to get over that hump and shit because yeah, one person on my weaknesses or vulnerability and it didn't go well, that's just one person. Like how you said there's millions of girls, but it's just like you already like saying
Yeah. Yo.
nah, it's more so like, bro, I'm just not trying to be that vulnerable at this point. Like how you said 25 to 30, that's a good range. Definitely, this is my thing though. You're still young at 25 to 30, but I still feel like 35 is young. I still feel like, but people don't look at it that way because everyone wants to speed everything up. And like me and bro talk about shit like, bro, we're supposed to be in good health at 40, at 45, at 50. Not saying that's when we should start when I want to start having kids or be in a marriage. No, I'm just saying, like bro said, there's no need to rush anything. But that's just what I'm gonna have to work through when I do want to get into a serious relationship. And let us know how y'all feel. We 5+ minutes in. We was trying to get something quick in because it just like we went live the past couple of times and it just kind of just felt like, damn, what did we talk about? And bro just started talking about this, and I was like, yeah, let's fuck with that. But bro, there's no clock on this shit. Like, but that's just what I got to get over is, and at some point I will. But it's just being because I don't give a fuck how good you look, and I do give a fuck how good you look actually, but that's not the end all be all. Like for girls taking my weaknesses and vulnerability and like some shit that I actually expressed to her and like try to get over with that shit and try to really that's what I'm trying to stay away from, so that's why it's just more so it's okay to focus on yourself. But love is like how bro said, like, and I'm saying it's through the flaws, through the BS, not too much BS. You can't tolerate everything. Like it's good to step away and walk away, but her hard times, your hard times, like as long as y'all respecting each other, things will be able to work if you're willing, and that's really someone you want. And if y'all both on the same path, mind frame wise, you're not going to think like 100% of the time, but mind frame wise, wavelength, what you want out of life, how you're living. So, but love is definitely tough, but there's so many forms of love, you got sibling love, you got offspring love, mom to son, and then you got this intimate romantic love that we're specifically speaking on. It's like it's tough. And a lot of people just get their heart broken. Just I didn't do this crazy, but people be doing that shit more OD than me. They was in a relationship and then they just smacking shit and only ever smack shit, and that's all they do. That's not a good way to go about things like forever. But boy or girl. But yeah, that's my take so far on it.
Okay. Mm.
That's just how it like
Yeah, it's real shit you saying, bro. Get you thinking.
no cap.
Yeah.
I think just got in a little bit of a flow state.
Nah,
Just a little bit though. I wasn't really going crazy.
he's definitely flow state, bro.
Feel
I feel
me?
like every video would be flowing like every time, bro.
Chill.
Talk really be flowing for real, like we do, like honestly.
We trying, bro. We trying.
Nah, we not trying. We doing that shit,
We
nigga.
be
What you mean we
doing that,
trying?
yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I'm be trying.
Nah,
But
facts.
nah,
No, you're right.
for real though. Yeah, yeah.
No, you're
Love,
right.
like you said, come in so many different forms, and
Literally.
romantic love with somebody else, bro. Like it's beautiful. It really is a beautiful thing, you
Yeah, like, I
know,
want that. I want that for
being
sure.
that one person, building with them. But you said being vulnerable. My past experience being vulnerable at first, I ain't like that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never like opening up, being
Yeah, you
vulnerable
feel
to my
me?
that shit. Not just because of like my own experience, but like other people's experiences and just seeing that shit and hearing that shit like from a 3D perspective, like me looking and like seeing everybody else experience like that shit like kind of scary. You know, I don't
No,
want to
most
open up to
definitely.
somebody and that shit backfire, but then I realized like, yo, the person genuinely real. They understand me, I understand them. I have no choice but to just be myself and open up. Like a lot of women, they come to me and just open up and talk about things, and I see how they be real. Like they don't be lying and shit. They just be real with themselves. Like I
That's
went through
true.
this. This happened to me. I built myself up through this. So I'm like, damn, that's real. They ask me how I feel about certain shit or what I went through. I tell them a little bit, like a little. People, I say a little bit. I tell them a little bit what I went through. You know, because I gotta warm up to that. I can't just straight boom, this happened in my life, this, and this, why I'm this way. Like, no, I gotta open up a little bit. So I might talk about my childhood a little bit, talking about things I went through. I didn't really go through much of my childhood though. I got raised like, good 2 parent household. So I'm a little different from some other people. A lot of people, they didn't grow up with 2 parent household. They didn't grow up with a good childhood, which
Right.
is, unfortunate. But I don't know. I just see things differently. I feel like that doesn't stop somebody from having a good heart or being a good person, because people like that, they feel like someone like me is completely different from them. So they feel like they can't connect with me on a certain level when in reality they can. And I tell people all the time, like, the way you grew up, the way you getting raised now, like, that don't bother me. I'm here for you. Like, I want to learn you, who
Bro,
you are.
literally.
Tell me more about you. Like, I'm just real like that genuine kind. Like, that's just how I am. So when it comes to being vulnerable, people, I really do open up. I open up sometimes, explain, talk about myself, talk about you, and just flow. I never really had an experience where I felt like that shit backfired on me. Someone told every single person like what happened to me in my life, and that was just a fear I had, and I had to let go of that fear. Like with that, and then with love, we say it all the time, like, oh, being online with your love or like posting her online, shit like that. Like, I feel like that's another fear. Like just that fear of thinking that shit gonna go wrong in your relationship, really gonna fuck things up. That's one
Nah,
thing
that's
I
another
learned.
thing
Like
for sure.
having that fear in mind, it keeps the energy alive and it creates the energy. Everything could be flowing fine, good, but then you had that one negative thought, let that shit take over and everything get fucked up. And that happened before, just having a negative thought. It fucked
You
up.
know, with the
Like a
relationship,
friendship, it messed up friendship before too. Like it did. And
we
I got
talking.
rid of that fear and that shit not gonna happen no more. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like I don't even look at the past. I don't look at that shit no more because it don't matter. Like
Nah,
my
for sure.
reality is what's happening right now in my life. And right now, currently, I
Yeah.
built myself up so much. It's like that shit don't affect me no more. It don't bother me. It's not even a thought in my mind. I don't have a fear when it comes to any of that shit. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Y'all really gotta listen to what bro just said, bro. He said that fear and that thought, bro, even if it's another way, that thought, you're keeping the energy alive with. And it's hard to, block out and clear your mind, but do things to clear your mind outside of a relationship before you get into a relationship. So you know how to clear your mind and stop thinking negatively. But bro literally just said, bro, you're sabotaging yourself. Now, yeah, things can get rough in relationships sometimes, but like just the fear of one thing, if you continuously think about that fear, it's going to continue to nag and bother you, whether it's happening to you or not. It's going to continue to bother you. How bro said, like the social media part of the relationship, like just thinking, oh, if I do that, I mean, maybe, but bro, like if you really want something in somebody, you're not going to really focus on what can go wrong. Yes, you're not going to be a dummy, but you're going to think positively, bro. It's just straight like that.